So I've been here working in the fish room for a little bit now. I've set up 4 new 20-gallon tanks, and I thought, you know what? I should film some of this. It's been a long time since I've done a fish room update, so I'm gonna get you all caught up to speed right now. So like I said, I just set up 4, gotta turn that off. I just set up 4 new 20-gallon tanks. I've already got fish moved into 2 of them, and that's kind of where I'm at in this process. So let's go take a look. All right, so here are the 4 20 gallons that I just set up actually before I left to go to Sacramento earlier this week. I did get these moved over before I left. There's some Corydoras loxozonis. I don't know if that's how I'm supposed to say that, but that's how I say it. These little guys right here are C096. And then these guys back here are Corydoras concolor. There goes a 96. Got some cryptocorn parva right there in the planter, and in the back there is some jungle val. When I got back from Sacramento, some aspidoras have spawned. You can kind of see the eggs there. They're not good. You can see one's already fungused up, but I threw them in this breeder box just in case. I knew they wouldn't be good though. I unfortunately was out of town and missed that spawn. Nothing in here yet except for 2 very fat cherry shrimp that are about to explode at any time. That's zoomed in too far. Oh, it doesn't like that either. But there's another one down here. I've started to move fish into this tank. I just started moving fish into this tank. I don't even have a sponge filter in here yet, but there's dwarf chain loaches and Corydoras amandagenia and Corydoras, I believe, simulatus in there. And then here we're gonna have some really, really cool corys that are just ultra shy. You can see them on the back there. This is Corydoras robinei, I don't know. But that's them. And then there's some darter tetras here. I put some darter tetras in here to try to act like a dither fish to make these guys a little more comfortable. I just did a cold water change about 3 hours ago. You can see it's already back up to 76, but it did drop down to 72. Hoping I could get them to spawn. It looks like one of them might be interested, but he might just be spazzing out. You never really know. They love to hide. Like I said, they're very shy, so I do have this giant leaf in here, and there's a whole mess of them hiding back there under the heater. Hopefully I can get some better shots later. So, what am I doing now? I got these over here on this rack emptying because this whole rack, which is basically nothing now except random stuff, is going to be coming down and being replaced, building a new rack where this one is, just because this is not very efficient. It wasn't made for this fish room, it was made for my old fish room. So this one, I emptied this nasty thing before I left, and again, now it's all dried up and crusty. Random plant growing back there, interesting. But yeah, so this whole thing is gonna come down, we're gonna build new racks, and then I've got, and this is where I was moving the amandagenia and the loaches out of, so there's still a few more in there to get. This one has a ton of those cherry shrimp. And then it also has some elegans corys and some Adolphoi corys. But I'm gonna get to work draining these and then move those fish over. All right, got this drained down a bit. Now I might have misspoke earlier and called them simulatus, but they are reticulatus. There's only one simulatus, I only have one. But you're gonna see almost all the amandagenias down here, just being very polite. I mean, look at that. Have you ever seen such an easy scoop? Don't get stuck in there. You'll be mad. All right. There is the one reticulatus. Simulatus, gosh. There's the one simulatus there. And then the reticulatus, well, it's in there somewhere. But there's a whole row of amandagenias, amandajanes. Pretty cool. They're kind of like a Adolphoi without the orange spot. It's more of a white, off-white color. I don't know. Pretty neat. I like them. Now, another fish I forgot that's in here, way back in the corner there, is the L398, which is the, oh, was coming up front and center. Oh, I think I lost him in the crud. Yeah. Dang it. Well, we'll get him a little later. Let's try to get some of these loaches. Oh, where'd they go? See, it took my eye off to make sure the camera was Looking in the right spot. Oh, here we go. Here's some reticulatus right here. Come on, Loach. Get in there. You can do it. There we go. Oh, I missed one. That's all right. Boy, this one's starting to turn into green water too. You can tell the... Oh, actually, you know what? That's tannins. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Green water, regular water, tannin water. Tannins as well. And don't mind my cable management here. Come on. Calm down. I'm tearing stuff down. There's no need for cable management. Oh, he just jumped right in. Did you see that? Getting greedy. Twofer. Putting all this duckweed in here, that makes me happy. There you go. Look at this pleco. L398, Tankei, I believe. Tankei, I don't know. Very similar to a 397, but more yellow than orange like the 397. Really cool. You don't see those very often. Yes, I had more, but they did not make it when I ordered them. There they are. I think I actually have more in a different tank, hopefully. Now I think this tank is done. We can move on to the next one. Now this one's gonna be more of a pain because there's a billion cherry shrimp in here. And I mean cherry, like super cherry. Look how bright these are. Now one of those is a snail. Don't be fooled. Little baby over there, but the adults are just a super dark red. You can kind of see one right here. And you may ask, how do you get them out of there? Well, first I take everything out, right? The plants. How do you make sure that they're not caught up in the plants? I just give them a good shake, scare them off, visual inspection as I'm pulling it out, making sure there's no small ones hopping around in there. It's nice and slow, give it another shake. And we've got some really nice Laguidia here that's not looking nice, but it is nice, a nice pinkish red there with just a shop light and no ferts and fish poop. So we're gonna hang on to this. Just throw it down here in this random catch-all tank. No fishing. And we're just gonna rinse and repeat. You can see them jumping off as I shake. Lots of Anubias in here that I've been trying to grow out because I'm trying to do a 20 long Anubias only tank, and it's not working out so well, but only because I'm trying not to spend $1 billion on Anubias and trying to grow out my own little Anubias frags, if you will. Look at those guys. Really stand out, even in that murky water. Just really nice shrimp. Just some regular old cherry shrimp I've been working with for some time. Not too worried about getting them all out of here. Nothing in here that's really gonna eat the shrimp if I do move a few over here. There's just guppies, endlers, some rainbows, and some Corydoras Virginiae down there. Really dirty, like everything in my fish room right now. Look at my floor, ugh. So I did remove the sponge filter to move into one of these new tanks before I left, and in replace I just put an air stone with an intake sponge filter on it because I knew it would be just fine. And so that's what's going on here. And then I just plugged it because why not? So that's what this nonsense is. And now I'm just gonna siphon some more water out and then wait for it to clear up. Hopefully there should be a pair of Chilotherina blaheri in here, hopefully, once this all clears up. And then some Delphax corys, and I think I already moved the elegans out, but there might still be a few stragglers. So real quick, as before I siphon this out, you may or may not be able to see that there are just a jillion of these cherry shrimp fry. And there's no way that I'm gonna be able to siphon this out without siphoning a few of these shrimplets, I guess. Oh, there's the male right there. All right, so they are in here. And they're, okay, so there's still elegans in here too. But I'm gonna be siphoning them into a bucket and then dumping the bucket into one of my outdoor tubs. And I just checked the temperature out there. It's a nice cool 81 degrees in the tub, so they'll do just fine. So that's what's gonna happen as soon as I start sucking these little shrimp out. So as I'm looking in here, I noticed there's a third species of Corydoras, and I apparently did not write it on the wall. And you know, that'll happen when you've been buying as many as I have. Sometimes you just forget, but there are CW62 in here as well. I completely forgot about them. See if I can spot one for you. Here's the Adolphoi. Got a long ways to go to grow out. It's gonna be hard to tell from top down for you all, but I can see them. Like there's one down here, one over here. They got the black and white stripes on the tails, and I'm just really just kind of freaking them out. So I'm gonna stop filming, move everything. Oh, look at you guys. You gotta save all these shrimp back here. And I'm not gonna film taking these ones out because they're already stressed enough. So I'll check back in when this job is done. All right, so I've got them all moved over here. It's getting kind of late. All the lights are turning off in the fish room here. So I'm gonna wrap this up, check back in tomorrow. But you can see I did get everything in there, and still not a good look at the CW62s. They're just a really neat cory. I just love anything with that black and white stripes on the tail. I'm a sucker for. But you know what? They're kind of stressed out. We'll let them settle in and check back in tomorrow. I'm gonna start trying to skim as much duckweed off the top here as I can because I'm really trying to avoid it. Not very well, but you know, if you do this every day and just get a little bit every day, I think eventually maybe it'll go away. I don't know. Hopefully. That's the idea anyways. Probably not gonna happen ever. But I'm gonna do this for like a half hour. I'll check back in with y'all tomorrow. So here we are the next day, and wouldn't you know it, some of these eggs did actually hatch out, and I made the blunder of all blunders. Now, I've used a breeder box many times, but it's been a long time. And I forgot that a lot of these little eggs and fry can actually squeeze through there. And normally I put like some batting or something there to stop it. I totally forgot. So I came in here at night, saw that they had hatched out, and I was so excited. And then I came in this morning and I've seen one in here. Now the good news is that we've got some fairly green water, we've got tannins, and there's only Corydoras in here. So hopefully some of them survived. I want to say there was about a dozen-ish, give or take a couple, of that batch of eggs that did hatch out. And I have seen two scooting along in here, but I don't have high hopes. You can see the water's especially cloudy because of the algae bloom and the tannins, but also I've been dumping a ton of food in here. See, there's like frozen brine shrimp kind of floating around. Yeah, so big mistake, huge mistake. I don't know why. This is very poorly designed. I don't know if anyone else has lost fry through these. It doesn't seem like they would fit through there, but they definitely did. So, you know, what am I gonna do about it now? Cry about it? I just hope that they survive. Everything else is doing really well. We can see, look how beautiful this Blahari looks. He's not even fired up right now. Really nice yellow, which is why I don't want to get rid of them. I did have them in a 40 breeder, and I had rainbow fry, so that's pretty good news. It's kind of hard to spawn when you only have one pair, but they did spawn. So once the fishing is done, I will put them in a tank with a mop and try to get them to spawn, because this is Gary Lang lineages. What did I just say? This is a Gary Lang lineage fish. So looks like we have some Adolphoi back there trying to, oh, there's, yeah, we got frozen brine shrimp in here too. Everybody's just out and about having a good time. The Robinets, now we're getting a good look at them. Maybe zoom in a little. Just the patterns on these Corydoras are beautiful. I love them. They do the hover, like if you've ever had Corydoras pygmaeus, the pygmy cory, they hover kind of in the middle of the water column. These guys do it too, so it's pretty neat to find another cory that has that behavior. Now these are the only ones that I'm actively trying to spawn right now, since they are the only corys in this tank. whereas we have mixed species everywhere else. And this is, again, these are just temporary until I get my racks on this wall built. I don't know what happened there. Oh, I know, this is where my 125 was, and the hang-on back filter was overflowing and splashing out the back, and I have lots of calcium in my water. So, yeah, nice calcium deposits. And in other news, I had some quail hatch out about 5 days early. So, well, they're probably not early. I probably just wrote the date down wrong, so I wasn't really prepared for them. So, they're just kind of in this 10-gallon. I've got chickens growing out right now too, so they have like all the real like chick supplies, I guess. So I'm gonna have to run to the store tomorrow and get some actual feeders and waters, but they're doing just fine for now. So where I'm at in the fish room is, you can see I've started to lay my piping here for the air system. I wasn't going to do an air loop system when I originally set this up because I only plan on having maybe like 10 tanks. As you can see, I don't have it on this side yet, but I got power over here, so that's nice. I wasn't planning on having a lot of tanks, so I wasn't going to do the air loop system, but now I'm going to have a lot of tanks, so I need it. And take a quick peek at the Europlatis here. Just kind of posing on the side. I got so many plants in here. There we go. Look at the eyes. Super cool. So we're really at the beginning stages of the new fish room. I do plan on filming a lot more of the build, and I've still got probably another 15 species of Corydoras that I haven't shown you yet. So definitely look forward. I'm going to be putting weekly fish room videos out going forward. So, you know, do that subscribe nonsense notification, blah, blah, blah. So there you go. Just a quick update on the fish room. If you're wondering what the layout is going to be, on the back wall here behind me, it's all going to be 20 longs. On the wall in front of me, it's going to be 20 talls. And then the side walls will have racks of 20 longs as well. Or maybe 10-gallon tanks. I'm not sure. There's also another room on the other side of this wall that I'm probably going to be building out. Like some fry grow out racks, things like that. Because I'm going to need them. I'm up to 24 species of Corydoras, and I'm not stopping. I'm still getting more. So it's going to be a fun ride. So like I said, be sure to subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you all on the next one.